Hi everybody, this is Lillias White. I play Funmilayo Anikulapo Kuti in the Broadway smash hit Fela on Broadway. So I'm here to answer your questions. Let me have it, baby. Stevie, I did not know that. All I knew was that Cy Coleman and Joe Layton and Ira Gassman, they wrote the role with me in mind. Cy and Joe, I worked with them on Barnum. When the show ended, they said, we're writing a new musical and we have a role for you. And so that's how I got to do the role of Sonia. And it was written for me with my voice in mind, with my sense of humor in mind. And I did not have any idea what it was going to do for me career-wise. But I'm so very happy that I was picked to do that. I hated doing cats. Hated it! That makeup. Layers and layers. Every time you put on one of the stripes, you gotta put on some powder. And you put on the nose, and you gotta put on some powder. And you put on this, and you put, oh. I hated it. It gave me a big knot of gook growing out of my neck. I hated doing cats. Hated it. I was sick from the day I got there till the day I left. Sick. Sick. Sick of it. Hated it. Next question, honey. Yes, Ken, we are giving you a glimpse of African culture, but it's a glimpse. And there are many, many facets to African culture. There are many countries in Africa, hundreds of languages and thousands of dialects and millions of people. And they all contribute to the country's, to the continent's culture. So if you want to look at African culture, yes, Fela is a slice of it. But to be sure, you should look into it deeply because there are many facets to African culture. Oh, well, Once on This Island was probably one of my favorite Broadway shows that I've ever done. It was a great cast. Milton Craig Neely, Skeeter Ellis Williams, LaChance, Afi McClendon, a wonderful, wonderful group of people. And there was lively music and a wonderful story, and it was all about love. And so I really enjoyed doing it and really enjoyed the emotional roller coaster ride of that show. Yes, Nick, it's true. I auditioned for Laurel. That was the role that I thought I was right for. At the time, I was very small, smaller, size 8. I'm a bigger size 8 now. But I auditioned for Laurel, and Michael Bennett and Michael Peters and Bob Avian thought that I would be better suited as Effie based on what I did at my audition. It was kind of a little bit raunchy at the audition. And you know, the part of the song where Laurel sings, "It's been 7 years, and it don't take a smarty to realize that even though my man throws confetti in my face, it still don't make it no party." Well, I did that. I kind of grabbed my crotch and threw the confetti, and they went. So they said, maybe she's not Laurel, maybe she's more Effie. Being a woman of color is not a challenge to me. It is a benefit. And I think the challenge is for those who don't understand how wonderful I am as an artist, and those who are unable to look past the skin and look into the eyes and the soul of the woman and the heart of the woman, of this artist. That is their challenge. The obstacles have been just getting kids to school and buying shoes and getting them to doctor's appointments and treating ear infections and waking up in the middle of the night with kids throwing up. So, you know, after that, honey, this career is not a challenge. Amarachi. I learned a lot from reading about Funmilayo and Ikulapu Kuti. I found out as much about her as I could on a personal level. She was a very strong individual and a great teacher. She was an educator and she was committed to changing the lives of particularly women in Nigeria and all over Africa. It feels wonderful to portray this woman every night and to give folks a glimpse into her strength. I don't have a lot of lines that, elaborate on who she is and what she did, but if you come to see Fela, which I'm hoping that you all will, you will see from Fela's expose of her, you'll understand how powerful she was and how important she was to him. Give me that calculator, let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, say 5 johns a night, 6 nights a week. Of course, that was back in my prime. That's 30 johns a week, 50 weeks a year, cause I always visit mama at Christmas time. So that's 30 times 50 multiplied by 10. Holy shit, can I say shit? Holy shit. Let's do it again. After 10 years in the trade, I've really made the grade. I figure I've been laid by over 15,000 men. Lord have mercy, because that don't include the women. Ooh. I never went on that stage, on the Broadway stage, but they did have a program going on called Waiting in the Wings at that time, and I got to perform a number from Waiting in the Wings. But Carrie was first done at Stratford-upon-Avon, in the theater at Stratford-upon-Avon, and when I arrived there, Barbara Cook, the late great Wally Harper, were sitting on the other side of the aisle from me. I said hello. I didn't really know them at all at that time. I sat down and they were rehearsing the kill the pig scene, and they've killed the pig and the blood is everywhere, and I thought, oh, okay. I left home to do this, all right. I left my children with my husband that was about to be my ex, and okay. But across the aisle, I heard Barbara Cook say, and I quote, "I haven't been on Broadway in 18 years and I'm going back with this piece of shit." That's a true story. And if Barbara denies she said it, okay. But I heard it, because she said it. Number one would be The Life, the role of Sonia in The Life. I really enjoy coming to work every night and playing Sonia. The other favorite of mine is a show written by William Finn called Romance in Hard Times, where I get to play Henny. And Henny was a woman who, she and her husband got pregnant, and it was during the Depression, so she vowed not to have the baby until the world was a better place to bring the baby into. So she held the baby back, and it was a crazy, zany show, but I really enjoyed doing it. The music is superb, and I hope that at some point, before I get too old, I can do that role again. Well, I don't have a boyfriend right now, but if I had a boyfriend, I would share my New York Times with him on Sunday morning, fix a nice breakfast, make a little love, read the papers, play Scrabble, walk the dog, take a bubble bath in a jacuzzi, make some love, some more, and get ready for the matinee. I want to thank you all for your questions, thank you for your interest, and thank you for coming to see Fela on Broadway at the Eugene O'Neill Theater. Mwah. I love Broadway.